How can posting 15-second recipe videos on social media lead to going from having a small, suffering business scrambling around to get clients to becoming one of the most well-paid and most well-known people in your industry? I'm going to share with you how a combination of creating content alongside consistency, passion and purpose did exactly that. Now, this is the first video of a new case study series that I'm going to be creating about the power of content. The case studies that I'm going to share look at how someone started with the simple act of creating content and how truly wonderful things happened due to their content. And specifically, we're going to look at what set them apart and what we can learn from this. Now, most people in the UK will have probably heard of Joe Wicks, also known as the body coach. If you haven't heard of him before the first COVID lockdown, you probably had thereafter. He was responsible for kids and parents jumping about in their living rooms doing his live streamed PE classes. And if you were wondering if this was somewhat of an overnight success, then he really isn't, not unless you consider him to be one of those 10-year overnight successes. Now, if you haven't heard of Joe Wicks, then believe me, you're still going to find this story really interesting and really inspiring. Let me take you back to 2012. Joe started out as a struggling personal trainer. He was spending his time running fitness boot camps in parks, often feeling down on his luck with barely anyone attending and handing his flyers out at train stations just to increase uptake. Then fast forward to today, I just did a Google search for the best paid personal trainer in the world, and the first article that came back #1 was Joe Wicks. So how did this happen? Well, it all started with content. Yes, content. There are 57,000 personal trainers in the UK, 340,000 in the US, and there are over 180 million users of the hashtag fitness on Instagram. Standing out online is really tough, but especially when you're in the fitness industry, and that's exactly what Joe managed to do. In 2014, he started to share his 15-second recipe videos on Instagram. He was relentlessly consistent. He had a unique video style, which he stuck to, of sharing himself cooking recipes in his kitchen in 15 seconds. His Lean in 15 videos are very much like Instagram Reels and TikTok videos that we see today, so he was actually quite ahead of the curve.
Chicken on the George, 5 eggs, fresh chilli, red onion, salt and pepper, grated cheese, Lucy B, in the pan, add the chicken, fold it over, top with cheese, grill it, rock it, red peppers, and that right there is Lean in 15.
He invented his own terminology like Lucy B for coconut oil, mini trees for broccoli, not deliberately trying to build a brand. He was just being himself, but a strong personal brand was forming around him. And he was really dedicated and hard working. He wouldn't miss a post, even if it meant cooking up his recipes and filming really late at night after a long day of work. Even if his neighbours complained about the noise, he recorded them when he was exhausted, when he didn't feel like it, and when his friends and family didn't necessarily support him with what he was doing too. Gradually, he grew his following. He may have 3.9 million Instagram followers as I speak, but like us all, he started at the start. Now, something that set him apart with his content was his consistency. He was consistent with when, where and what he posted. It took a few years of putting the content out to really take off and gain traction. Also, he knew where his audience hung out and he knew the platforms well and respected them. He also started his YouTube channel in 2014, The Body Coach TV, where he shares at-home workouts. It became hugely popular. He calls it the home of home workouts, and he's got over 2.6 million subscribers. And due to his success online with his free content mainly on YouTube and Instagram, he was offered a book deal and he published his first book, Lean in 15, during December 2015, and it was instantly a bestseller. And he's gone on to publish over 10 more books that have been bestsellers as well, all around the world. And I can vouch for them. I have a few of them myself. They're really good. The success of his first book led to him launching online fitness and nutrition programs that have proven hugely popular. There was his 90-day program, which cost £147, and over 150,000 people bought it. And now he has the Body Coach app, which is a membership program. Also, he landed a TV show on mainstream TV in the UK called The Body Coach. In fact, he's been on TV all over the world. He's the CEO of a hugely successful business with a personal wealth reported to be over $20 million. His success story pairs a belief in content with consistency, passion and purpose. He was a man on a mission. In an interview with the Guardian newspaper in 2016, he said, "I truly believe that it's a personality thing. If you're a likeable person and you're passionate, then people are drawn to that wherever you are in the world. And also hard work. Nobody wants to do the tweets. Nobody wants to write 60,000 tweets and post 1,000 videos when they've got no followers. People think you're mad, but it pays off in the end." And talking of purpose, he went on to say, "I know what I'm doing and want to reach as many people as possible. You know how Jamie Oliver has had that impact on schools and government even at his age. I really believe that I'll be that guy doing big things and influencing the whole country." Then in January 2018, in an interview with The Mirror, he said, "I just genuinely want to make an impact, especially now with kids. I want to work with schools and get kids working out too. PE is getting cut back, kids are getting more overweight, somebody's got to push it." Then just over a year later, on Monday the 23rd of March 2020, when the pandemic hit and the UK went into a lockdown, Joe started PE with Joe on YouTube, live exercise sessions for kids and parents every morning, Monday to Friday, while schools were closed. Now, little did Joe or anyone know how long schools would be closed for, and he was delivering PE with Joe until the end of July. He had over 70 million views for his 70 videos, and on the second day, over 950,000 families took part from all over the world, and he broke the world record for the largest streamed workout on YouTube. He raised £500,000 for charity and became a national treasure and was awarded an MBE. So there you have it. There's a lot that we can learn from Joe. His passion and his purpose kept him going. His personality went a long way. The consistency of his content helped him gain traction, and the rest is history. Now, content is a long game. It requires patience, but the rewards can be so worth it.